Welcome back to another Maskcara Beauty makeover. Today we have the gorgeous Amy. Her and her husband both work full-time and they're raising two of the most precious little boys. When she came in for her makeover, her and her husband were planning on going on a date, so I really wanted to amp up her natural features. I wanted her eyes to pop and I wanted to give her a bright, glowy cheek. So the first thing I did was apply vanilla dust setting powder all over her lids just to absorb the oil so her shadow stays in place all day. The next thing I did was apply a shimmery light shade from her lash all the way up to her brow bone, just all over. It's the color Sabrina. It's the perfect highlight shade. I've mentioned it several times. The next thing I did was apply a taupe brownish shimmery shade from the lash line to the crease. And then because I really wanted her eyes to pop, I wanted her blue eyes to pop, I used the color Zion, which is an orangish brown. Now, if you look on the color wheel, you'll see that blue and orange are opposite of each other. So I really wanted to make the blue pop. That's why I chose Zion, because it has an orange base. So I put that in the crease, and then I also ran it along her lower lash line. And then to make her lashes look a little bit more full and thick, I just chose a matte black eyeshadow, which is the color called Salem. And I put that on the top lash line as well as just a small amount on the lower lash line, about halfway through. And then I took the same color and just put it right on the outer edge of the eye just to smoke it out a smidge since, you know, she is going on a date. Now, you know, I always say fill in your brows. It's one of my number one things is fill in your brows. It just completes your makeup look. So I take a small angled brush and just do short hair-like strokes. I prefer to use a powder because I feel like it looks a little bit more natural. You can use an eyeshadow or a specific brow powder, whatever you prefer. Now, because I really want her facial features to pop, I am doing a contour shade that is right above the hollows of her cheeks and then also along her forehead and her jawline, pretty much where you would naturally suntan. Then, of course, you need to brighten up underneath your eyes. She's a mom of two little bitty kids. She, I'm sure, does not sleep like none of us do. So you want to really brighten that feature up so your eyes look more awake. And then I like to apply the highlight shade by dipping my brush into the product, and then I smear it on and then do like a stippling motion. So I kind of almost thin the product out by doing short downward strokes. You'll notice that I drag the product along the jawline and then I do short downward strokes. That just gives a really nice coverage, but it still looks natural. And then, of course, you look a little crazy, especially with this contour highlight method, but it's so much prettier and more natural when you have the two different shades working together as one, because it's giving you that natural dimension that we always have instead of one flat shade. Of course, get your perfector sponge wet, squeeze out all the water, and then just press into the skin until everything is nice and blended. Do you see how it's like very white and bright, but then also shaded in all the features? She just looks awake and fresh and glowy. Then I set everything with, I actually mixed the Cayman Island bronzer and the vanilla dust setting powder and just put that all over her face to set everything. And then because I really wanted a nice, fresh, bright cheek, I'm using pink grapefruit, and I pop it on the apples of her cheeks and then just blend on to the tops of her cheekbones and then press with the sponge. And then I use the exact same color on her lip. I love dual purpose products. Let me tell you, especially as a mom, dual purpose products are my BFF. So that's it. That's the completed look. She's nice and bright, looks awake and glowy. Her natural features are standing out. She is just absolutely beautiful. If you want help customizing the perfect colors for you, contact me at amandamillermakeup.com.